Where were you during 9/11? I was in a group home getting forced to eat yogurt.
My favorite vegetable is mashed potatoes.
I have legs, I rarely use them.
My weight gets stairs. My ass doesn't fit in chairs.
That's my middle name, Fat. It's more like Amber Procrastination Lynn.
So I hope that I can motivate and inspire other people to do this, because this is Amberlynn Reid, the person who could never do it.
This is who I am. This is Amberlynn Reid.
The DoorDash update. The DoorDasher update, if you will.
In case you missed it, in Amber's last video she practically bragged that her creepy DoorDasher messaged her through the app after dropping off her order and said he was hitting on her.
I DoorDashed ramen because I had no more. And the guy, like when he handed it to me, because I always go outside and I get my stuff, he winked at me and I was like, oh my God. And I usually like can catch a vibe. I could tell when someone's like into me. He literally messaged me and he was like, it was so good to see you. You're so beautiful. And then like he asked if I was single and I was just like, what is happening? I mean, it definitely gave me a little pep in my step. Like, I'm literally shook about it.
Well, now she's claiming he was her DoorDasher again, and supposedly he's messaged her through the app again, taking it even further.
I was on live stream last Tuesday and people brought up the DoorDasher, how he was like flirting with me. Well, I'm just gonna let you know right now that I have never, since living here, and I've lived here for almost 2 years, I've never had the same DoorDasher. And now all of a sudden, here we are getting the same DoorDasher. I even mentioned it in my live stream. I was like, yes, I have an update on the DoorDasher. That's just a little sneak peek, a little tea. So he ended up being my DoorDasher again. And like I said, I've never had a repeat DoorDasher. Okay, so he handed me my food. This was Monday before my live stream. As I was walking back into my apartment, he yelled, "Are you married?" When I get uncomfortable, like I just automatically say yes. But like, I don't think that he understood me, or like he chose to not understand me, or maybe he didn't hear me. He then messaged me. So he was just messaging me again. And it's like, you know, the first time it was flattering.
My beautiful, nice to see you again. One question, are you married? Please don't leave me on scene. I would like to know why you are so beautiful, and I liked seeing you again.
You know, that's how people meet. You see someone in person and you go up to them or you compliment them. And that's how people met, like in the olden days before technology. So it's like, to me, the first time it wasn't creepy. Like, it was flattering. I could still be flattered as a lesbian by a man complimenting me.
Now maybe you're new here, or you just may need a little refresher, but Amber being flattered by this creepy DoorDasher is nothing new. This is how she reacts to people, quote, stalking her.
But I will say, which is something I do want to talk about soon, which I'm surprised I haven't yet, I did have a stalker in Kentucky, and I know all of their information, just saying. So if you're watching, hi, love ya. I do want to make something very clear. I will never share their information, but I do know it because your girl is intuitive and she felt something, she felt the energy, and it's just a whole story. It's a whole story time. Like, sexuality has nothing to do with it. A compliment is a compliment, and it's like, it's always greatly appreciated. But then when it happened the second time, that's when I started realizing, like, okay, that's like a little much. But you guys won't even believe it. If you remember on Tuesday, when I got the poke bowl, it was him again. For the third time in a row. I've never had a repeat DoorDasher. It's just never happened. And I know this because I always go out and I receive my DoorDash like person to person. The fact that I had him for the third time in a row, and this is where, to me, the boundaries have been overcrossed. Like, the first time it was fine. Second time it was like, okay, maybe he really was trying to shoot his shot like super hardcore. So this time we didn't really say anything to each other. Like, I just grabbed my stuff and I like booked out. I was like, bye, you know, really quick. I didn't want to have like any correspondence at all. Like, the first time there was no correspondence. Second time he just asked if I was married. I said yes. This time I said nothing. And he ended up messaging me again. And I'm gonna show that screenshot here.
Wow, it's you. Heart eye emoji's beautiful. When will you be able to thank me? Or tell me if you're single?
This time, the part where it's like, when are you gonna thank me? That's weird energy. I mean, to me, that felt like sexual. Like, when are you? I don't know. I could be like reading into it wrong, but the fact that it's happened 3 times is weird. I don't know if there's a way to like request not to have like a certain driver anymore. I don't know if he's doing this to other women or if I'm just the only one, but that's like also hard to believe that I would be the only one, because why me?
I had to turn my Snapchat off. I had to make it private because I constantly got hit on by men. It was literally constant. And it's not even just online, but it's like even in real life.
My whole thing is like, if I message DoorDash and I tell them about this, I'm afraid he's gonna lose his job. I don't wanna be the person that makes someone lose an income. So I would hate to be the person, DoorDash gets a hold of this and then they're like, oh my God, we can't have this guy work here anymore, so he's not allowed. Like, that also scares me. What if DoorDash is like, this person said you were making her uncomfortable and you were harassing her, so now you can't work for us anymore. Wonder if he gets mad and comes and finds me. I'm almost afraid to order DoorDash, which could be a good thing because your girl doesn't need to have it as frequently as she does. What happens if I get him a 4th time and it happens again? And this is just like a repeat thing. Should I just ignore it? Like, I'm gonna finish getting ready. I'm going to glow in the dark bingo today and I'm super, super freaking excited. It's like my favorite day.
And now for a really sad story time from Mama Lynn that is actually in no way funny at all.
Show us all the x-rays and they show us a tooth up here under her nose. Like, it was the weirdest thing. He's like, oh, you got a tooth up there, it's just chilling, it's no problem. And I'm looking at it going, oh my God, a filled tooth. It's like a full-grown tooth. She seemed like she was loaded, but she wasn't. She was just strictly fear. But she like, oh yeah, it was loud. 2 teeth on one side, 1 tooth on one side. And I was like, gosh, what a terrible mom. I never noticed my daughter had 2 teeth and 1 tooth. We went to the carnival. George bought the biggest stuffed animal you could. Yeah. And we had it hanging above her crib. Behind her teeth, they were so rotten. It's called baby bottle syndrome. They were so rotten you couldn't tell that she was making her own cap by pulling the fur off the bear and putting it in the holes. So when she sucked her bottle, it didn't hurt.
Oh, that's smart.
Isn't that weird?
Damn, I was smart even at 4.
So as soon as I noticed, like, of course I take her to the dentist and everything, they're like, well, we're going to have to pull those 2 teeth. I'm like, what? When she came back, Mom, she had 2 big silver teeth and I bawled. I was like, oh, cool. I didn't like it. Fix it. So they took her back to enamel squares on top of the silver tooth. They handed her to me so like, well, yeah. You know, she is loaded. I might have been a little jealous. I don't know. She'll be okay once she can suck on this popsicle. I was like, oh, you give Amber a popsicle, she could come right out.
All right, you guys, we have a Torrid try-on haul. I did haul these dresses in my last vlog. I was nervous to try on these dresses because for some reason, like, I didn't think they were gonna fit. But look, they fit. And they fit good. Like, you guys know me, I kind of like it a little tight. I don't know. But look how cute. I love it. Look how cute that is. Stop. If I don't like these ties, I could just cut them off. Like, cut up your clothes. No one's stopping you. Cut it up, girl. But try to guess, what 2 dresses do I end up wearing?
Yeah, I look like a big cherry.
Big? And you guys, look, this is actually cute. What 2 dresses do I end up wearing for the last 2 days of this vlog? I just feel like this is such a perfect haul. I'm obsessed with these dresses. I'm wearing the cherries. It's just very big, but I'll make it do.